Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown High School and First Responder broadcast presentation of Georgetown Baseball live here on the SHN YouTube channel. And it's provided to you free of charge because of wonderful people like CSCT, King's Pest Control, and the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Booster Club to make it all possible for you all season long until the payoffs when UIL takes over in NFHS Network. But that's to be dealt with later once we get to that point. Right now, it's the start of the season, and we're in Game 4. And at this point, the Georgetown Eagles are 3-0. Let's start back over. We're in the fourth game of the season. Georgetown, 3-0. 3 big wins and 3 different styles of win. I had a conversation with Coach David Durrell, and the message constantly to this team with the new coaching staff and letting this team find their identity is to continue to find ways to win. Win the game you're not supposed to. Win the game that you have to come from behind and take over and get the W, and then hold on to a lead and beat a team that you should beat and not let them crawl back in. 3 of those have occurred in 3 games. The win over Heath Hawks in game number 1 to open up the head coaching career of David Durrell here at Georgetown happened in that way. A 3 RBI triple by Connor Young in the bottom of the 7th to walk it off against the Heath Hawks. No one thought it would happen. No one knew what to expect. It was a 5-4 win, and Georgetown went to 1-0. Follow that up with a come-from-behind win against the Permian Panther team that the Georgetown Eagles played well with. Should be winning. Got behind, but came back in the bottom of the 6th inning, put up some runs, and took the lead and won it 7-4, 2-0. Go to today, they go against a team like San Antonio Johnson. They lost a lot after their championship season type run last year. They lose a lot of a senior class that moved on. And Georgetown jumped out early and often to win it 11-0 in 5 innings. 3 different styles of wins, 3 different opportunities, and this team continues to show out. You've got the bats in the lineup. You've got the people and the puzzle put together right now. They're trying to find it. Different players, different positions. You've got to find your pitching right now. Your ace and number 2 starters for the year, out. Tommy John surgery, tear in the labrum. But they're going to continue to add to this team in other ways. So what do? You find people to step up and find take their opportunity to shine. And this pitching staff has done just that. And another opportunity tonight as the Prosper Eagles come into Eagle Field to take on your Georgetown Eagles here in the final game of day 2 of this 2026 Central Texas First Pitch Classic. It's brought to you by BSN Sports, Easton, and Rawlings Baseball. They are proud to bring it each and every year, and we're proud to be here and bring it to you live from Eagle Field all 3 days. Did you know that? Tomorrow. That's right. We're back early when it's cold, but we'll be in the warm booths. Say hi if you want. Bring some hot chocolate. We'll take it. 9 a.m., 11:30 a.m. The Friendship Tigers at 9, and then the Fort Bend Clements Rangers at 11:30 tomorrow morning live here at Eagle Field. Before we go on the road next weekend to the San Antonio Comal Classic down in the San Antonio area, Cibolo Steel, the host site. There in San Antonio, you can go to Smithson Valley, different sites, but the Eagles will be on the road next weekend, and we'll be with them to bring you more Georgetown Eagle baseball. What does the nightcap bring to you for day 2? It brings you the national anthem and an introduction of both starting lineups by the PA announcer, and we will go to that. It's Coach James Hammock from Georgetown that will bring it to you, and we'll go to the live microphone after the coaches meeting at home plate with the umpires. But it's going to be a good one. Prosper, a top-ranked team in 5A baseball, always has a good program, and they just got into a battle and beaten the Heath Hawks 8-7 in the game prior to this one, and so it should be a battle here. You've got a different look for this Georgetown team that they are doing different things in different ways, and it's going to be fun to see how they face the challenges. That's what this First Pitch Classic does every year. It brings in top talent around the state, and another opportunity tonight when the Prosper Eagles will play against your Georgetown Eagles. Prosper will be the visitors, white pants, black jerseys with green lettering and numbers outlined in white with the black helmets, black hats outlined with a big green P on the front of the hats for the Prosper Eagles out of the first base dugout. Your Georgetown Eagles in the all whites with Georgetown blue pinstripes, Georgetown blue numbers and lettering on the front and back of the white baseball jerseys, white hats with the blue G, blue bill out of the first base or the third base dugout as Coach David Durrell and manager Jared Frimmel head to home plate to meet with the umpires. We will not do the starting lineups for tonight's game because we'll leave it to Coach Hammock. And the starting lineups brought to you by the PA tonight here at Eagle Field. Prosper, Georgetown will do battle When we come back, we'll allow the umpire meeting to come. When we come back, we go to the PA. We'll bring you the starting lineups, the national anthem, and the first pitch. Thanks for joining us live here on the SHN Sports Network. Stay with us. Eagle Baseball will continue in just a moment. Live here at Georgetown High School. We go to the PA announcer for tonight's introductions.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's game between the Prosper Eagles and the Georgetown Eagles. We appreciate everyone coming out to the 2026 Central Texas First Pitch Classic and supporting these young men. Now for the starting lineup for the visiting Prosper Eagles. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 1, Alex Pavia. Batting second, playing second base, number 25, Cannon Webb. Batting third and catching, number 10, Gustavo Nunez. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 22, Pearson Fouts. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 19, Grayson Passarelli. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 4, Braden Schleifer-Bell. Batting seventh, center field, number 24, Colton Mora. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 8, Braden Kaminsky. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 12, Quinn Kelly. Pitcher for the Prosper Eagles, number 9, Landon Walker. And now the starting lineup for the Georgetown Eagles. Batting first and pitching, number 6, Cooper Thomas. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 7, Jack Kiki. Batting third and catching, number 8, Connor Young. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 11, Braden Rogers. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 3, Cade Erickson. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 13, Colton Green. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 10, Braden Curtin. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 4, Clayton King. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 22, Gavin Kelly. And at second base, number 2, Jalem Hunter. If you would, please stand for the national anthem.
Good evening, everybody. We're back live here at Eagle Field. The Eagles have taken the field where Cooper Thomas goes through his warm-ups for the top of the first inning, where he'll face off against the top three in the Prosper lineup. The Prosper lineup, as introduced by Coach Hammock on the PA. Pavia, Webb, and Nunez in the top third. Fouts, Passarelli, Schleifer, Bell in the middle third. Mora, Kaminsky, and Kelly in the bottom third. Defensively for your Georgetown Eagles tonight, Gavin Kelly in left field, Kate Erickson in center field, Clayton King in right field. At third base, Colton Green. Shortstop is Jack Kiki. The second baseman, Jalem Hunter. And at first base, Braden Curtin. Behind the plate, the junior catcher, number 8, Connor Young. And on the mound, the right-hander, the junior, number 6, Cooper Thomas. DHing tonight for the Eagles is number 11, Braden Rogers, hitting in place of the second baseman, Jalem Hunter. So it'll be Alex Pavia, Cannon Webb, and Gustavo Nunez, the top three in the Prosper Eagle lineup, to start off here in the top half of the first inning. Looking at the Max Preps update on Prosper baseball. Here in the tournament, they had a rough day yesterday. They lost to the Midway. I can't even remember what they are. I think the Lions. I don't know. They lost to Midway yesterday, 6-5, and then lost to the McNeil Mavericks 6-4. But then avenged that one of those two losses by beating the Rockwall Heath Hawks 8-7 in 6 innings here moments ago. And now they take on your Georgetown Eagles here at Eagle Field. The last game of day number 2 between here in the First Pitch Classic. The first pitch of the ball game from Cooper Thomas. A line drive back up the middle by Pavia. And a base hit to start the ball game off for the Prosper Eagles. Pavia aboard, and then steps Cannon Webb, the second baseman. I'm not sure why they have a courtesy runner for the shortstop, Pavia, unless you're already subbing him. So running for the Eagles is number 21, Weston Dutzman. So we'll see what that's about. But Dutzman will step onto the base and run for Pavia at first base. The first pitch here to Cannon Webb misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count to the second baseman. Webb, a senior. Bats from the right side, back in. Thomas from the stretch. A throw over to first base. And Dutzman dives back in, head first safely. So, it'll be interesting to watch. How does this team react, Georgetown, against early pressure being applied? First pitch of the ball game, a base hit by Pavia. Another throw over to first base, and Dutzman dives back in safely. On deck, the catcher Gustavo Nunez for Prosper. As Webb back in from the right side. Thomas comes set. Runner is off. Fake on the bunt. The throw down from Connor Young. Slap the tag. And Dutzman sits down. Caught stealing 2-4. The tag applied there by Jalem Hunter. And the leadoff hit is erased with a caught stealing. A nice throw there by Connor Young for the first out. Should be 1-1. We'll look for the umpire to throw up his sign, but I believe it's a 1-1 count here to Cannon Webb with the bases empty. It is 1-1, so it was a called strike there. Webb steps back in. Cooper Thomas back to the windup for the first base side of the rubber, the 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 2, 1-2 the count. To the second baseman, Cannon Webb, here in the top of the first. Prosper's leadoff single by Pavia, erased in the caught stealing. The 1-2 pitch, low and away for ball 2. 2-2 the count now to Webb. Thomas from the windup, the 2-2. Ground ball, chopped towards third. Colton Green waits for the high hop. He'll throw in a hurry over to first base in time. It's 5-3 on the put out to retire Cannon Webb for out number 2. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 10, Gustavo Nunez. Nunez will step in from the left side. senior for the Eagles. Nunez ready. Cooper Thomas out of the windup. The first pitch to Nunez. Fouled off, back to the net. 0-1 to count. On deck moves Pearson Fouts, the designated hitter, hitting for the pitcher tonight for the Prosper Eagles, Landon Walker. So Fouts, the DH, on deck. The 0-1 pitch from Thomas. Outside, misses for ball one. 1-1 to count. Nunez back in, ready to go. Thomas gets the sign. The 1-1 pitch. That one's in there. 4 called, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Thomas ready to go. Nunez ready. The 1-2 pitch. Just misses for ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Soccer across the way. The lights across the way at Berkelbank Field. Georgetown soccer playing on a beautiful Friday night. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive hit out into center field. Cade Erickson drifts back to his left, settles under it, makes the catch. And the Eagles go in order here in the top of the first. A leadoff hit, erased by the caught stealing. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. After half an inning, Prosper 0. Georgetown coming up to bat. When we come back, stay with us. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Back live here at Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of the first, where the Eagles will bring up Cooper Thomas, Jack Kiki, and Connor Young to face off against the junior right-hander, Landon Walker, for the Prosper Eagles. Walker will work out of the stretch, middle of the rubber. Thomas in from the right side. First pitch to Cooper Thomas, low and away for ball 1. So the first sub of the ballgame occurred off of the leadoff hit by Pavia. Pavia reached base and then was taken out of the ballgame. Dutzman stays in after being caught stealing and plays shortstop. The 1-0 pitch skips through the left-handed batter's box back to the backstop for ball 2. So scratches Pavia as Dutzman. Number 21, Weston Dutzman, the senior, stays in defensively as well for the Prosper Eagles. The 2-0 pitch from Walker. Swing and a miss. 2-1 to count. An off-speed pitch there from Landon Walker. Cooper Thomas now still ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 behind the head of Cooper Thomas for ball 3. Cooper's already been hit by a pitch one time in the tournament last night. And a lot of people had a little moment of momentary disgust and hurt, thinking Cooper was out. He got hit on the elbow. The elbow pad did its job. The 3-1. Cooper Thomas sends it into right field. Shallow. It's going to drop for a base hit in front of the right fielder, Kaminsky. And a leadoff base hit, so the Eagles answer right back with a leadoff single of their own as Cooper Thomas reaches base. And Cooper Thomas, being the pitcher, could be run for, but that won't happen. Cooper Thomas is the fastest person on this team. So Cooper will stay on to run for himself, and in steps the shortstop, the senior, Jack Kiki. Throws right, bats right. As he steps in here from the right side, Walker remains in the stretch. Cooper a lead off first. The throw over to first. Cooper easily back, head first dive back into the bag. Walker comes set. The first pitch, Cooper Thomas is off and running. The throw down is nowhere close to being in time, and Cooper Thomas still second base. So now a runner in scoring position with no outs. A called strike there against Jack Kiki, so an 0-1 count to the senior shortstop. And now, with Cooper Thomas at second base, the courtesy runner will come out. That'll be number 9, Tillman Tilly Brown will head out to second base.
Courtesy runner number 9.
2-run for Cooper Thomas. So you use the speed, get him in scoring position, and now set yourself up here to get him out of the game, get him some rest, and ready to back on the mound in just a minute. Defensively, we'll throw up the defensive alignment for the Prosper Eagles when we get a second. Landon Walker back on the mound now. An 0-1 count to Kiki with Tillman at second. Square to bunt. Bunted down the first baseline, but foul. And now behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So Jack will have to protect here. Defensively for the Prosper Eagles, Schleifer Bell in left, Moore in center, Kaminsky in right. And we'll take it down there, and I'll update it because it is Dutzman at shortstop and not Pavia. We'll get that updated before we throw it back up for you to see the alignment. Third baseman in about 3 steps at third base on the infield turf. Kiki squares the bunt with 2 strikes, pulls it back, and takes it for ball 1. A 1-2 the count. Walker thought he had a strike. Nunez, the catcher, thought it was a strike 3 as well. But Jack stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. A runner at second base. Tillman leads off. The 1-2 pitch. Low and away. Ball 2. Count evens up now for the shortstop Kiki with Connor Young, the catcher, on deck. And Braden Rogers, the DH, in the hole for the Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning. Walker comes set. The 2-2. Hits Kiki, and now 2 runners aboard here in the bottom of the first. Jack hit by the pitch in the back. Heads down to first base. So in the pitcher's columns, you check a lot of boxes off in the first inning here for Walker in 2 batters faced. A hit by a pitch, and now a visit from the Prosper coaching staff. Quick timeout. Eagle Baseball continues in a moment. Back out of the quick visit to the mound, and in steps the junior catcher, Connor Young. Throws right, bats left. He steps in here in the 3-hole for the Eagles. No outs and a runner at first and second base. Tillman Brown, the courtesy runner for Cooper Thomas at second. Jack Kiki at first. Connor Young squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes the pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The first baseman, Passarelli, was about 10 feet in on the infield grass. Now the shortstop closes in. And all the shifting around with Dutzman and Passarelli and the third baseman, Kelly, for a Prosper. Connor Young takes the timeout, steps out, will reset. Coach Payne going through the signs. Connor Young will settle back in from the left side. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second. Both runners off. Connor Young pulls it back and takes the hack at it and drives it foul down the third baseline, out of play. Someone might need glass work done. Hopefully it's not us. If it hit our car, hopefully it totals it. But hey, I didn't say that out loud. Insurance company, Allstate, they are a great group. I don't know who I'm with, to be honest. 1-1 the count to Connor Young. The junior catcher squares the bunt again. Runners on first and second. He'll bunt it, but foul back to the screen. 1-2 the count. So Connor Young behind in the bat here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Great effort there from Finn Cove and Cade Erickson racing to get the foul ball. You love the effort early on in the ball game. A good one early. Now the shortstop Dutzman will back up. And the catcher Nunez will go out and have a visit with his pitcher. So not sure if Landon Walker is not seeing the signals, not hearing them. Coach has been out. Now the catcher's been out. So a lot of time taken here in the bottom of the first to get rock and roll. And in a game that you don't want to get behind. You don't want to have things fall apart early on. Either of these teams can jump on each other and take control of a game early. And so want to keep it close and orderly as possible. Walker now set. Young is going to square to bunt again on the 1-2 pitch. He'll bunt it out in front of the mound down the first base line. The only play for Walker is the first base. And Connor Young has a beautiful sac bunt that moves 2 runners into scoring position now with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. For your DH, number 11, Braden Rogers. Defensively for Prosper on the infield. Kelly at third, Dutzman at short, Webb at second, and Passarelli at first base. Behind the plate, Gustavo Nunez, and on the mound, number 9, Landon Walker for the Prosper Eagles. In steps, Braden Rogers, the senior DH. Rogers, one of the catchers, caught the earlier game today. DHing here in game number 2. Throws right, bats right, steps in here with runners on second and third and 1 out. Landon Walker from the stretch, the first pitch to Rogers. Takes a swing and slashes it foul down the first baseline, out of play. That'll bring an 0-1 count. Rogers back in. Walker ready to go. The 0-1 pitch to Braden. Low and away, ball 1, 1-1 to count. 1-3 on the putout of Connor Young at first base on that sac bunt. As Walker covered well off the mound to record the out. A 1-1 pitch to Braden Rogers. Slashed foul down the first base line. Watch out, little people. Kids out there running around chasing foul balls, and that one just cleared them. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rogers now. Here in the bottom of the first, runners on second and third. A leadoff single by Thomas, a hit by pitch to Jack Kiki, and a sac bunt to move him around. Another ball slash foul down the first base line. And Braden Rogers stays alive in the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, the center fielder, number 3, Cade Erickson for your Georgetown Eagles. Collection of baseballs being brought in. That'll be charged to the tab of Jeff and Deborah Lee Rogers, since their son's sending all the balls out of play tonight. Well, make sure we get that invoice over to Jeff. Braden back in. Braden back in, a 1-2 count. Ball hit out towards short. That's going to score a run here in the bottom of the first. 6-3 on the putout from Dutzman to Passarelli, but that'll score Tillman Brown, and the Eagles take the 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. A good job there on an RBI ground out by Braden Rogers. Doing the job there for the Eagles. So 2 outs in the inning. 1 run across. Kiki advances to third base, and in steps the center fielder, number 3, Cade Erickson. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Erickson throws left, bats left, steps in here in the 5 slot for the Eagles. Tonight moving over to center field with Cooper Thomas on the mound. The 1-0 pitch from Walker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Evens up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the inning. Walker back on the mound, ready to go. Erickson ready, the 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2, 2-1 to count. On deck, Colton Green, the third baseman for Georgetown. Should Cade be able to extend the inning? The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off, back to the screen. The count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow morning, 8:45 pregame, 9 o'clock, first pitch. The Friendship Tigers will come in to take on your Georgetown Eagles. Game number 5 of this tournament for the Eagles. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off, back to the screen, and Erickson battles to stay alive here in the at-bat. With 1 run across. In the inning for Georgetown, the 1-0 lead. The runner 90 feet away at third base in Jack Kiki. Walker gets the sign, it comes set. Erickson ready. The 2-2 pitch. Down low, skips in. Nice block from Gustavo Nunez, the catcher, to keep Kiki down at third base. And now a full count with 2 outs to the center fielder, Cade Erickson. Walker ready. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Eagles are retired here in the bottom of the first, but not before they pick up 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base after 1 complete inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Prosper Eagles. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Georgetown Eagles. Eagle baseball will continue in a moment. Stay with us here on the SHN Sports Network. For the top of the second inning, Cooper Thomas to face off against the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Prosper Eagles. Fouts, Passarelli, and Schleifer Bell. First pitch to Fouts in there on the inside part of the plate for a called strike 1. In his 4th inning of work, Thomas faced 3 batters, allowed 1 hit through 11 pitches. Thomas from the windup from the first base side of the rubber. The 0-1 pitch inside for ball 1. Didn't miss very far on that one. 1-1 to count to the left-handed hitting DH, Pearson Fouts. The 1-1. Just misses for ball 2. Low and inside. 2-1 to count now. Grayson Passarelli, the first baseman, and Braden Schleifer Bell, the left fielder. Due up here in the top of the second for the Prosper Eagles. The 2-1 pitch. And that one misses high for ball 3. 3-1 to count. To Pearson Fouts. From the windup, the 3-1. Ball hit far down the right field line, but it just counts as a long strike as it goes foul. And now a full count to Pearson Fouts. Sat on the fastball there and just missed it. Pulling it foul down the first baseline. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So from one dugout to the next. The first base dugout cheering on Fouts after the long foul ball. And the third base dugout lights up after the swing and a miss. A strikeout of Fouts for out number 1. First strikeout for Cooper Thomas. And that'll bring up Grayson Passarelli, the first baseman. He'll step in from the right side. Passarelli, a senior. The first pitch to Passarelli just misses for ball 1 on the breaking pitch outside. 1-0 the count. Common spelling on all these names from Prosper, Dutzman, Passarelli, Schleifer Bell. Check swing on the 1-0 pitch. And it misses low and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count. If you need the correct spelling, you can email the head coach, Scott Holder, for Prosper and get that. 2-0 pitch, misses up and in. Ball 3. 3 quick balls here to the first baseman, Passarelli. With 1 out and the base is empty here in the top of the second for Prosper. Cooper from the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And it just misses for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk with 1 out. Gives the Eagles a base runner. First walk issued for Cooper Thomas. And that'll bring up number 4. Braden Schleifer-Bell, the left fielder, steps in from the right side. A junior for the Prosper Eagles. Curtin will hold on. Passarelli at first base, the first pitch, inside, ball 1. So 5 straight balls after the strikeout of Fouts here for Cooper. From the stretch. Ground ball hit to third. Green up with it to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. So Schleifer-Bell will reach on the fielder's choice. Passarelli will be cut down on the 6-4 for out number 2.
Now batting number 24, Colton Mora.
And with 2 outs and a runner at first base, Colton Mora, the center fielder, will step in from the right side. Mora, a sophomore, steps in here for his first at bat in the top of the second. Cooper Thomas from the stretch. The first pitch to Mora. Sails high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs, runner at first. The 1-0 pitch from Thomas. Runner is off, but it's fouled back out of play as Mora had the hit and run on. And that will send Schleifer-Bell back to first base. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Here in the top of this second inning, day 2 of this 2026 Central Texas First Pitch Classic. 27 teams in town at about 8 area high schools playing baseball Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch. Just stays high for ball 2. 2-1. They count to Colton Mora with Braden Kaminsky on deck. For Prosper. Should Mora extend the inning here. Schleifer-Bell leads off first. Held on by Braden Curtin. A throw over to first base. Schleifer-Bell dives back in safely. Early morning tomorrow morning here at Georgetown's Eagle Field. Come join us. 8:45 pregame, 9 o'clock first pitch, followed by an 11:30 tilt with the Fort Bend Clements Rangers to close out the tournament. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. And the ever-present 2-2-2 across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base. Here in the top of the second. Cooper Thomas looks in and gets the signal from his catcher. Now comes set in the stretch. Schleifer-Bell leads off. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Prosper is down here in the top of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After an inning and a half, Prosper 0, Georgetown 1. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us. To Eagle Field for the bottom of the second inning. Landon Walker on to face off against Green, Curtin, and King. The first pitch fouled back out of play by Colton Green. 0-1 the count to the third baseman. Walker comes set, the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, back to the backstop, 0-2. Walker in his first inning of work gave up 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 1, hit 1, threw 26 pitches. And finds himself trailing by 1 as Georgetown fires it up here in the bottom of the second. Colton Green ready to go. Walker comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 1, 1-2 the count. Braden Curtin, the first baseman, on deck. Clayton King, the right fielder, in the hole for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-2 pitch, low and away into the turf for ball 2. It evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Colton Green. Green back in from the right side. Landon Walker comes set in the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the ball game for Landon Walker. First out here in the bottom of the second. And in steps Braden Curtin. The first baseman for the Eagles. The senior will step in from the right side. Throws right, bats right. Moves Clayton King to the on-deck circle. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Walker comes set in the stretch. The first pitch to Curtin. Just misses for ball 1. Just misses Curtin and just misses the inside part of the plate. 1-0 the count to the first baseman. The 1-0 pitch from Walker. And that hits him in the ribs. That didn't feel good. Another hit by pitch for Landon Walker, second of the ball game. And it gives the Georgetown Eagles a 1-out base runner. Clayton King will step in. The right fielder, which will move Gavin Kelly into the on-deck circle for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second. Clayton King will step in from the right side, the senior right fielder. Third baseman, Quinn Kelly, is up step or 2 on the infield grass turf. Expecting a possible bunt here from Clayton King. The first pitch to King from Walker. Squares the bunt, but bunts it foul into himself for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Oh, and 1 to count to King. 1 out, a runner at first base here in the bottom of the second. Walker now comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Nope, throw over to first base. Curtin dives back in safely there. The 0-1 pitch to King. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes it outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Passarelli holds Curtin on at first base. Kelly in it. Now about 3 or 4 steps onto the infield turf. At third base, Curtin leads off. The 1-1 pitch. Curtin off and running, and Braden Curtin steals the bag, and he's headed to third base. Here comes a throw from the outfield. Curtin will slide in safely, and the ball goes off of the batting facade building thing garage down the third base line. Almost would have into the dugout, which would have scored the run, but instead it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to King with 1 out. And Braden Curtin has a stolen base and advances to third on the error by the catcher Nunez as his throw went awry into the outfield. So a runner 90 feet away here with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch to King. Skips in, another good block by Gustavo Nunez behind the plate. And it's a 2-2 count to Clayton King. Gavin Kelly, the left fielder, waits on deck for the Eagles in the 9 slot. Walker comes set, the 2-2. fouled off back to the screen as the infield came crashing in there at the last minute. Going to try to cut off any play at home to cut the run in Curtin. So Clayton King swings away but fouls it back to the net at the first base side, and we'll reset with a 2-2 count. A 1 out and a runner at third. Infield in for the Prosper Eagles. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. King down on strikes for out number 2. Third strikeout for Landon Walker.
Now batting number 22, Gavin Kelly.
And Gavin Kelly, the left fielder, will step in. If you ever heard, it's like more like 3- and 4-year-old soccer, kids t-ball. That is what the Prosper Eagle dugout sounds like, a lot alike. Everything has a chant or some kind of orchestrated attack. It's hilarious to listen to if you're from Prosper. But the 1-0 pitch to Kelly misses high, ball 2. 2-0 to Gavin Kelly. It got heated between the Heath Hawks and the Prosper Eagles. It's fun to watch what will happen here tonight in this early battle. The 2-0 pitch to Gavin Kelly. He'll lay off and take it for a called strike and an off-speed pitch from Walker. 2 balls and a strike now. 2 outs and a runner at third base. A 1 out hit by pitch. Curtin still second, advances on an error to third base. The 2-1. Now 3-1 to Gavin Kelly with that one way low and outside. On deck, the pitcher Cooper Thomas. Should Gavin Kelly be able to extend the inning, get on base here for Georgetown. Kelly back in from the right side. Landon Walker comes set, the 3-1 pitch. Fouled off, back to the backstop. 3-2 the count now. Really thought it was going to be colder here tonight at Georgetown, but inside the booth, it's a balmy 72. We'll make it do tonight. Later on in the season, when it's 100 outside, we'll appreciate the 68-degree AC. And that's the foul ball. Gavin Kelly tried to get out of the way and not swing, and it went off just above the hands of the bat. Foul territory, so we'll reset with a 3-2 count. If you want to hang out with the cool kids tomorrow morning, 8:45, 9 o'clock first pitch here at Eagle Field. Friendship Tigers through Georgetown Eagles in Game 5 of the tournament for Georgetown. The 3-2 pitch, low for ball 4, a 2-out walk. And that will bring Cooper Thomas, the top of the lineup, back to the plate with 2 outs and runners at the corner. The first walk issued by Landon Walker for Prosper. And another visit from the Prosper dugout. We'll take a break with them. Georgetown baseball will continue in a moment. Stay with us. Out of the timeout, Cooper Thomas will step in with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The first pitch to Cooper Thomas. Line drive hit out of left field, but it's going to be caught by Schleifer Bell as that died to his right side. He'll make the catch for out number 3. No runs on no hits, no error, 1 error. And 2 runners left on base after 2 complete innings. Georgetown 1, Prosper 0. Eagle baseball will continue when we get back.
Yeah, fly like an eagle. Spit fly like a dragon. Make some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking. Already been through it. I ain't the one tapping. Let's see who's next up. Next up. Just me and my passion. Hear all the talking, they seeing no action. We get it stepping while they get the bag. And I'm with my brothers, what's happening? None of my enemies fast, and biting my style and jacket. Dropping a storm, you best get the pack, ain't no more fashion. When I pull up in tanks, that's and still wreaking havoc. Smell of an excellent young telepathy. Really on mine with these lines, spinning on top, I am one of a kind. Prophecy for my design, Yeshua said I'll be with him in time. Not even dope on my level of high, I'm levitating on the rhymes. Spiritual meditation, ain't no kind of faces, we got blue in our eyes. Say we don't go, we suited up when we put on a show. Like, they want me for broke, I do it on one and making a toast. I could be doing the most, yeah. Submitted some jokes, I can see through them like ghosts. Yeah, do more than just float, I gotta fly like an eagle. Spit fire like a dragon, make some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking. Already been through it, I ain't the one tapping, let's see who's next up. Yeah, just me and my passion, hear all the talking, they seeing no action. We get it stepping while they get the back, and I'm with my brothers, what's happening? Whole lot better than I did last year. Double sums up, we ain't stat right here, still gotta speed up, clutch shift that gear. Yeah, I got no pass to off that mirror. Eyes go dry.
Back to Eagle Field. We go to the top of the third inning. Cooper Thomas will face off against the 8-9-1 hitters. The first swing by Kaminsky fouls it off, and I think the umpire paid the price on that one. So Connor Young is going to take that one out to Cooper Thomas and give the home plate umpire a chance to recover. 0-1 to count. Braden Kaminsky, the right fielder, stepping in for his first at-bat here in the ballgame in the top of the third. Quinn Kelly on deck. And then back to the top of the line with Dutzman. The 0-1 pitch from Cooper Thomas. Breaking ball, hit down the left field line, but it is going to be a foul ball. Just missed. Woo! And from up here, it's hard to see that line. I thought it hit fair, so I was really glad the umpire, I was going to agree with him no matter what there, but an 0-2 count now to Kaminsky. Did a good job there and sat on the off-speed pitch, but just ahead of it. Pulled it foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes. To the right fielder, Kaminsky. Leading off things here in the top of the third for the Prosper Eagles. Thomas from the windup. The 0-2 pitch. Just misses the outside corner on the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Through 2 innings, Cooper Thomas has allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, walked 1. He's thrown 29 pitches through 2 as he works here in the top of the third. The 1-2 pitch just misses for ball 2 outside and a little bit low. Connor Young trying to frame it there. The 2-2 pitch hits the end of the bat. That is not a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness. That looked like the knob of the bat, but they're going to give a hit by pitch. First of the ball game for Cooper Thomas as Kaminsky will head down to first base. It looked like he had started his swing, stopped it, and like it went off the end of the bat. But instead, a hit by pitch, a runner on and no outs, and in steps Quinn Kelly, the third baseman. First pitch swinging, fouled it off down the third base or first base line. I'm not sure the coach there for Prosper, but heck of an effort to get out of the way of that ground ball. Because now it's 0-1, the hit and run on again. Prosper putting runners into motion early in the counts. Kelly just behind that one. No balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the third. Kaminsky leads off first, held on by Curtin as Cooper Thomas comes set in the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Just high, ball 1. 1-1 to count. Kelly back in. Cooper Thomas comes set in the stretch. The 1-1 squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes it for ball 2. 2-1 to count. To the number 9 hitter, Quinn Kelly for Prosper on deck. Number 21, Weston Dutzman. Thomas comes set. Throw to first base, had him leaning, but the throw just off. Curtin had to get it and try to apply the tag. But Kaminsky is safe there. Reset with a 2-1 count. Thomas comes set. Another throw to first base. Dutzman, Kaminsky back in safely. As I sit here and write Weston Dutzman into the scorebook. 2 balls and 1 strike to Quinn Kelly. No outs here in the top of the third. A runner at first. The 2-1 pitch. Runner is off, checks it, and comes back. A 3-1 count now to Quinn Kelly. Kelly back in from the right side. Cooper Thomas working in the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. Peek at first, now comes set. Throw over to first base. Kaminsky back in safely. Top of the third inning brought to you by Coke Zero. Sorry. Had to get a sip. The 3-1 pitch. Ball hit out to second base. Jalen Hunter flips to second for 1, on to first. But Jack Kiki couldn't get it out of his glove in time. So a fielder's choice for Quinn Kelly as he reaches first base. But a 4-6 on the play at second base to cut down the lead runner in Kaminsky for out number 1.
Now batting number 21, Weston Dutzman.
And so Dutzman will step in. Weston Dutzman was not the starter at the beginning of the ball game. Alex Pavia led off the top of the first. Got a base hit on the first pitch of the ballgame and then was subbed out of the ballgame for Dutzman, who was caught stealing and then came in the bottom of the first defensively at shortstop for Pavia. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. So the first at bat here for Dutzman comes here in the bottom of the third. Even though he's been out defensively for the last 2 innings for Prosper at shortstop. On deck moves Cannon Webb, the second baseman. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Beautiful off-speed pitch. Dutzman tried to check his swing to no avail, and a 1-1 count here for the shortstop. The 1-1. Runner off. Ground ball hit to short. Kiki to his left. The only play is going to be to first. Off a hop. Bang, bang. Got him at first. What a play by Jack Kiki, the senior shortstop. A good job by Curtin to stay with it off the hop. 6-3 on the putout to get Dutzman moving down the line. But with the runner in motion to second base and Quinn Kelly, there was no play there for Jack Kiki, but what a throw across the diamond for out number 2. So now 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runner at second base, and in steps Cannon Webb. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to Colton Green at third base back in the first inning. A look at second, the first pitch. Off speed, just misses for ball 1. 1-0 to Cannon Webb, the second baseman, with Gustavo Nunez, the catcher, on deck now for Prosper here in the top of the third inning. Thomas looks in and gets the sign. Now the Webb will step out. Reset. Connor Young having to be cautious on the signal, so the runner down at second base. Webb now back in. Thomas ready to go. Throw it back to second base. Quinn Kelly dives in safely there. If you're curious what the word is on the back of the Prosper jersey above their numbers, it says standards. They got the jerseys on a discounted Academy, and so it's just a standard set of jersey, not the deluxe. I'm joking. They said standards. The motto for the team, Georgetown's this year, play hard. Standards for the Prosper Eagles. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch falls in there. So much taken off that one. Beautiful pitch there. I think we'd all given up on that pitch. They found the strike zone. Webb takes it for a 1-1 count now with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Lights work here in the press box. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit to third. Colton Green lays out and gloves it. But it squirts out of his glove when he went to get up to make the throw. So that'll allow Kelly to move up to third, and Webb to reach first base. And I'm assuming they're going to give that an infield base hit. As an effort as Colton Green laid out and gloved it. The backside of the bag on the line. Scoreboard is not, they haven't declared, so I'm not going to declare. I think it's a base hit from Cannon Webb. We'll wait on that, but no matter what, it's runners at first and third now with 2 outs, and Gustavo Nunez steps in, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Steps in from the left side, the catcher ready to go. Cooper's first pitch. Ground ball out to second. Jalem Hunter to his left, fields it, the play to first in time. And the Eagles get out of trouble here in the top of the third. 4-3 on the putout to retire Nunez and the Prosper Eagles. No runs on no hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. After 2.5 innings, Prosper 0, Georgetown 1. Eagle baseball will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Last year was too much. Enemy within self. Whispers and aromas. Had it taken back from my health. Who's to blame for my problems? It's me and nobody else. Yeah, life comes with stress. Time is out, we're blessed. Too much of my day's been focused around what's next. Dark road, I walk alone. Put it around my neck. Put it around my wrist. I'm puffing up my chest tight and I couldn't breathe in my heart. Pumping bad tendencies and this isolation is killing me. But I can't but now cause I'm scared to be. When they throw me down, do I plan to speak? Do I wait to see what it's taking me? My cuffs are locked but I got the keys. Will I do what it takes to be free? Cause I'm chosen. I hear them calling me, hold it. They kill me now if they notice. So take control of emotions. I know I'm bad but ain't broken. Still comfortable in this groaning. I can't get out without owning. A part of me I hate showing. I'm holding fast in this grip, pessimistic. Can't escape but I'm scared I missed it. My bones are scraping, my hands are blistered. I'm falling down and I'm seeing crimson. Ain't pick me up but drag me the distance. How to get her, I should've listened. They marching on and I see the prison. I know it's calling out. Listen, I paid on the love I was given. I went on my way and I gave them my ticket. I feel it. It's something that led me to sin. And I listened to voices that told me I'm missing the spirit that's been here before the beginning. And still it's gonna be here long after the finish. Told me I don't need him and I shouldn't see him. And all that I need was a vision of freedom. All that I'm seeing, so I'm feeling being. They threw me in cages, I'm facing a legion. I've been it too long and my spirit's been weak. And I still wanna chase, but
Back for the bottom of the third inning. Here at Eagle Field. We go to the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Eagles to face off against Landon Walker in his third inning of work. 47 pitches through 2 innings for Walker. The first pitch to Jack Kiki. Line drive out, left field. That'll get down in front of Schleifer Bell for a base hit. And Kiki aboard on a leadoff single for Georgetown here in the bottom of the third. Second hit of the ball game for the Eagles. Kiki now 1 for 1 as he was hit by a pitch back in this first inning. And in steps Connor Young, the left-handed hitting catcher. Connor 0 for 0 in the ballgame. Laid down a beautiful sac bunt with 2 strikes. Back in the first inning that moved both runners into scoring position at second and third. Steps in here now from the left side with the runner at first and no outs. Third baseman Kelly up about 5 steps on the infield turf. The first pitch, Connor Young lays off outside, ball 1. Through 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 hit by pitch for Landon Walker, and the Eagles lead by 1. Starts off the bottom of the third with his 48th pitch driven into left field for a base hit. The second of the night for the Eagles. Throw over to first. Kiki dives back in safely without a tag. 8:45 will be live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. First Responder Broadcasting covers everything Georgetown baseball this season. And we'll be on the road again next week at San Antonio Comal Classic. The 1-0 pitch outside, ball 2 now to Connor Young on deck. Braden Rogers, the senior designated hitter. But tomorrow morning, a 9 o'clock game against the Friendship Tigers. 11:30 against Fort Bend Clements Rangers to close out the First Pitch Classic. The 2-0 pitch to Connor Young. That one's in there for a called strike. Walker took a little bit off of that one. Young lays off. 2 balls, 1 strike count now. To the junior catcher. Connor, our player of the game in game 1 with the 3 RBI triple to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th to beat the Heath Hawks. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. Curling towards out of play. But Schleifer Bell will pull up and let it go off of the roof down the third baseline, covering the outdoor batting cages. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Connor Young. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. In the 80s yesterday, in the 60s and dropping here tonight at Eagle Field. Young back in, Walker comes set, a 2-2 pitch. Outside and high for ball 3, a full count here for Connor Young. But come out, join us in the morning. 9 o'clock first pitch, followed by the 11:30. Then you can stay for some Georgetown lacrosse. 1 o'clock and 3:30, I believe the times are. Right here behind the baseball field. The payoff pitch, line drive, hit out to center field. Mora to his left will make the catch. For out number 1, Kiki will retreat to first base. F8 to retired Connor Young for out number 1. And that'll bring up Braden Rogers. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame with an RBI. Braden fouled off several pitches down the first baseline foul. And then drove a ball to the shortstop, Tutzman, to bring in the only run of the ballgame to this point back in the first inning. An RBI that scored Tillman Brown, who was running for Cooper Thomas. The first pitch here to Braden Rogers in the 3rd. Nope, a throw to first base, and Kiki dives back in safely. First pitch, took something off of it, and a swing and a miss there for Braden Rogers. 0-1 the count. Some activity down the first base line in the Prosper bullpen. Try to get you a number on that. As they warm up. Kiki off first, another throw over. Kiki back safely there. Warming up down the first base line. Christian Hubel, senior, for the Prosper Eagles here in the bottom of the 3rd. Walker comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Kiki off and running, low and away. The throw down, not in time, and into center field it goes. But Mora closing in there. Will save the pitcher or the catcher Nunez from his 2nd error. But now a runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count to Braden Rogers on a stolen base by Jack Kiki. So Eagles trying to manufacture another one here in the bottom of the 3rd, leading 1-0. A runner on second, 1 out. Rogers is the DH, back in from the right side. Walker comes set, the 1-1 pitch. Rogers hits it into the left field, past the diving shortstop. Another hit for the Eagles, their 3rd of the ball game. Kiki will stop at 3rd. And with 1 out, you got runners on the corners. And Cade Erickson coming up for Georgetown.
Up to bat, number 3, Cade Erickson.
Nice piece of hitting there by Braden Rogers. It moves Kiki 90 feet away with a 1 out. And Cade Erickson will step in here. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Cade struck out swinging. Back in the first inning, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 1 out. Infield on the left side is in. Shortstop Dutzman about 5 steps in at shortstop. Erickson ready to go. Walker, the first pitch. Erickson squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes it outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Rogers at first. Kiki at 3rd. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, a leadoff single by Kiki. Fly out by Connor Young to center field for out number 1, and then Kiki still second base. Moves up to 3rd on the base hit by Braden Rogers. Throw to first base, and Rogers back in standing. Prosper's heard about the deceptive speed of Braden Rogers over at first base. If you don't know, you don't know. Now the shortstop Dutzman will drop back into double play depth. The 1-0 pitch to Erickson. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Rogers will get in a rundown. between first and second. And they're going to get him sliding back into first base on a caught stealing. So that one will go 2 for 3 on the caught stealing for out number 2. 1-1 to count to Erickson now. Kiki down at third base. 1-1 to count to Cade with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 to count now to the junior center fielder, Cade Erickson. Shout out to the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Booster Club. Running a great tournament here at Georgetown High School. The 1-2 pitch misses low and away. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. The concessions on fire with some awesome pulled pork. Tons of drinks, food, snacks. Beautiful complex here at Georgetown High School. The 2-2 pitch to Erickson. Up and away. Ball 3. 3-2 now the count to Cade Erickson. We love this first pitch classic. Always brings in great competition from around the state. And another great one here tonight to close out day 3 with the Prosper Eagles and the Georgetown Eagles. Walker comes set, the payoff pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. A 2-out walk, puts runners on the corners. Second walk issued by Walker. So Kiki at third, Erickson at first, and in steps Colton Green. Colton 0 for 1 in the ball game. If I don't get a media guide pretty quick, I'm going to start making up favorite movies for these players based on their songs. Colton Green, a fan of Pitch Perfect. Steps in here with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Walker comes set, the yo-yo, but no throw by Landon Walker. Cade Erickson close to the bag at first. Kiki never moving at third. So we'll reset to Colton Green, the third baseman, from the right side, ready to go. Erickson a good-sized lead, held on by Passarelli. First pitch, Green, breaking pitch in the inside corner for a called strike 1. Walker comes set, the 0-1. Erickson off and running, pitches outside for a ball, and Erickson slides in safely with the stolen base, and now runners at second and third with a 1-1 count to Colton Green. So the Eagles continuing to run. Green back in from the right side. Walker comes set in the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Low and away, ball 2, 2-1 the count. On deck, Braden Curtin, the first baseman for Georgetown. Should Colton Green be able to get on base and extend the inning here for Georgetown in the bottom of the third. Fouled off towards the first base dugout. Coach Durrell, good form. Scoop down, pitch it over to the first base dugout. Got to applaud it when he makes some movement there. So good play by Durrell. 2-2 the count now to Colton Green. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Green down on strikes to end the inning for the Eagles here in the bottom of the third. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error. And after 3 complete, it's 1-0 Georgetown. Prosper, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Georgetown, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. And we'll be back with the top of the fourth here at SHN Sports YouTube channel. Stay with us.
It's like it's been some work going on. Better be prepared. Yeah, I ain't alone in the booth. Yeah, the spirit of work. Turn the microphone up. Yeah, I'm trying to be heard. Demons calling me up. Still been reading the word. A couple questions I need answering. I'm down for the search. So help me, Father. Help me, Father, man. I need to get my head right.
go to the top of the fourth inning. Cooper Thomas on for his fourth inning of work. He'll face off against Pearson Fouts, the DH, to start the fourth for the Prosper Eagles. First pitch misses low and inside for ball one. Fouts 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. Leads things off here. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Fouts, Passarelli, and Schleifer Bell. The 1-0 swing and a miss on a big breaking change-up off-speed pitch. What a pitch. Had to wait for it to get there. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Pearson Fouts, the DH, hitting from the left side. Here in the top of the fourth, a 1-0 ball game. The 1-1 inside for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike to Fouts, the DH. Cooper from the windup. The 2-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 3. 3-1 now to the leadoff man. In the fourth inning, Pearson Fouts. From the windup. The 3-1 pitch to Fouts. In there for called strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pearson Fouts, the DH for Prosper. Leading things off here in the top of the fourth for the Prosper Eagles. The payoff pitch. Fouts fights it off, fouls it back to the screen. Stay alive in the at-bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. .46 pitches through 3 innings for Cooper Thomas. The payoff pitch skips in for ball 4, and Fouts will head down to first with a leadoff walk here in the top of the fourth inning. Second walk issued by Cooper Thomas.
Now batting number 19, Grayson Passarelli.
In steps Grayson Passarelli, the first baseman. Walked back in the second inning. It's cut down on a ground ball, 6-4. Ground number 2 in the inning. Strike 1 to Passarelli as he took that one on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 to count. Cooper Thomas from the first base side of the rubber in the stretch comes set. The 0-1 pitch. He said he was able to check his swing. Takes it for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Schleifer Bell, the left fielder, on deck for Prosper here in the top of the fourth inning, trailing by 1. Thomas comes set. Throw over to first base. Fouts dives back in safely there. Now Passarelli back in from the right side. Thomas comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Up and in. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Fouts leads on first. Held on by Curtin. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive hit down the left field line, curling and foul. Just ahead of that off-speed pitch. And it'll make it 2-2 now to Passarelli. 2 shots down the left field line, just foul, and you've got Gavin Kelly playing quite a distance off the left field line. Pretty much straight away left field. But luckily both balls have fallen foul. The 2-2 pitch to Passarelli. The runner is off. Pop up. Back out of play over the clamshell. And Fouts will return to first base and we'll reset and do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the fourth, no outs. Schleifer Bell waits on deck for the Prosper Eagles. Passarelli back in from the right side as Cooper Thomas comes set in the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive hit out into center field. Erickson drifts back into his right, settles under it, makes the catch for the out. F8 in the book to retire Passarelli for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Braden Schleifer Bell. One out and a runner at first. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice, was left stranded in the inning. And here comes Coach Chad Payne out of the dugout for a visit to the mound. We'll take the break with him. Georgetown baseball will continue in just a moment. Stay with us.
Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Take first step, I can't hold my breath. Listen to the power flowing from within my chest. If you ain't seeing the picture, then you might be next. This the rise, and I'm taking all that I can't get. Step 2, gave my life to him who paid my debt. Aligning with the angels, only said I rep. Confidence is building up, and you can keep your check. I got my royalties in heaven, after death I'm blessed. So try and stop the wave coming, or keep your threat. Cause I've been on it since a child, come and see my flesh. Pour out my heart, soul, and mind, is what I got left. To be myself, to level up and break that shell. I've been through hell, and learned that the pain I felt was just another tool to keep me locked up in that cell. Had to make my own rules, leaving where I dwell. Now I'm standing on the stage, witness me prevail. I'm on. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in.
Christ is one and now death is beating, coming back and he's bringing freedom for the ones where you choose to be the chosen ones. See the horns and now I've seen halos. I'm alive just because he said so. Resurrection come on that day of chosen ones. Chosen ones.
I was chosen since the day I was born. Drugs are what they used to say I was on. Used to have a couple idols, now the peons are gone. It's child's play, shooting for the gold, silver, and bronze. Now they know me as the homie, God, his word is bond. Yes, yes, no, no, ain't confusing the cause. On my way to higher things, and I ain't scared of the fall.
Back to Eagle Field we go. The CSCT call to the bullpen. Construction specialist of Central Texas brings you all the pitching changes all year long. And it's number 5, Andrew Cornell, the lefty. Senior here for the Eagles will come into pitch with a 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The first pitch from Cornell, fouled off back to the screen by Schleifer Bell. 0-1 to count to the left fielder. So Andrew Cornell will step in. He'll inherit a runner at first base with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Cooper Thomas moves to the center field for the Eagles. We'll go over the defensive changes here for Georgetown. Several players moving around with the change. The 0-1 pitch. Break a pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 to Schleifer Bell. Schleifer Bell 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. Steps in here with 1 out and a runner at second. Defensively for the Eagles, I believe I have it right. Erickson moves to left field. Thomas goes to center. King stays in right field. Green at third. Kiki at short. Gavin Kelly moves into second base and brings Jalen Hunter off the field and Andrew Cornell on. The mound, 2-pitch for Georgetown here. The 0-2 pitch, nope, a throw over to first base. As Fouts dives back in safely there. No balls and 2 strikes to Schleifer Bell. Mora on deck, the center fielder for the Eagles from Prosper. Cornell, the long look in from the stretch. Third base side of the rubber comes set. Another throw to first base, and Fouts back standing. Cornell comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Fouts off and running. Low and outside. The throw down, and it should be in time. No, they're going to say the tag not in time by Gavin Kelly as Connor Young snuck that one in on a skip. They're going to give Fouts a stolen base, and so a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. A 1-2 count to Schleifer Bell. We can't close the book on Cooper Thomas just yet. We have to wait to see the outcome of the runner Fouts at first. Still the responsibility of Thomas. Cornell comes set. A look at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Inside corner just misses for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Cooper Thomas finishes the ballgame with 59 pitches thrown in 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 2 hits, struck out 2, walked 2, 1 hit by pitch. Turn, throw to second base. Kiki back behind the bag as Fouts dives in safely. Cornell, a long look in. The runner at second, Connor Young, through a series of signs. And the senior lefty gets a sign and comes set. Schleifer Bell ready to go for Prosper from the right side. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out into right field. Clayton King, a couple of steps back, will settle under it, make the catch, and come up and throw it into second base. Knocked down, Kiki over to Cornell. 2 outs as Fouts stays put at second base. So 2 outs in the inning. We'll bring up Colton Mora, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Struck out swinging to end the second inning for Prosper. Steps in here with a runner at second and 2 outs. F9 in the book to record the out of Schleifer Bell. As Andrew Cornell settles in. First pitch to Mora. In there for a called strike 1. 0-1 to count. On deck, Braden Kaminsky, the right fielder. Should Mora extend the inning for Prosper here in the top of the 4th. A look at second by Cornell. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Colton Green to his left, fields it. He'll throw across the diamond. Scoop by Curtin for out number 3. And Prosper's retired here in the top of the 4th. 5-3 on the putout to end the inning to retire Mora and the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on base. After 3 1/2, Prosper 0, Georgetown 1. Eagle baseball will continue in a moment.
If y'all with it, y'all hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way. And I know you only out there with a church stay. ATS collected, we gon' get it at the birthplace. Got called, had to answer with the worst say. Spirit from me, so I took the mic to praise Jay. See what he do in my life, yeah, from the third day. No sleep, but new highs, the red eye. Eyes red from nights when I stay tied. No high and no lie, and no shy. With them boy, they got for him the most I ever did was take time to drink wine and to break bread to consecrate the main guy. Sit tired and take time to praise Jah. The music maker, the ground shaker, the supply. I'ma take y'all in it. Life like Christ, gotta stand on business like. Won't play with no sinning. 33 years to forever, we winning like. No cap, I'm fitted. God on my army and he took my sentence like. Tell death, good riddance. Fighting good fights, can't quit. I'ma quit it like.
Back live here at Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Georgetown. Curtin, King, and Kelly. Curtin 0 for 0 in the ball game. Was hit by a pitch. Stole second. Advanced to third on an error by the catcher, Nunez. Walker stays in. The first pitch to Curtin. Low and outside. Ball one. Want to know the count to Brayton Curtin. Walker from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. Hang it. And Curtin takes a hack at it, drives it to deep left field, but Schleifer Bell drifts back and makes the catch about 15 feet short of the wall. For out number one, F7 in the book to retire Curtin. That'll bring up Clayton King, the right fielder. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Was called out on strikes back in the second inning.
Number 21, Gavin Smith.
Correction. There is a pinch hitter here. Number 21, Gavin Smith, the junior, enters the ball game to hit here in the number 8 slot. First pitch. Misses Smith for ball one. 1-0 the count. Gavin's first at bat of the tournament. He was out yesterday under the weather. Back here with the team today as he steps in here. The pinch hit, the 1-0 pitch. Low and away as it skips in for ball two. 2-0 the count. Walker comes set. The 2-0 pitch to Smith. Oh, Coach Durrell not happy with that one. It's a called strike on the bottom part of the zone, if anything. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch. Gavin Smith sends it into right field. The pinch hit base hit. As a one-out base runner for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth. Gavin Smith steps in his first at-bat of the year. Gets a base hit. So a one-out base runner. That'll bring up Gavin Kelly, the now second baseman. Fourth hit of the ball game for Georgetown. Smith leads off first, being held on by Pasinski. Passarelli, I'll get him right. I mixed them all up. Walker comes set. The first pitch to Kelly. Wild pitch over the head of Gavin Kelly as he ducks out of the way. Off the glove of the catcher, Nunez trying to go for it. So the wild pitch allows Gavin Smith to move up to second base into scoring position here. With just one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Gavin will lead off of second base. 1-0 the count to Gavin Kelly. Walker a look, the 1-0 pitch. Square to bunt, pull it back and take it for a called strike one. 1-1 the count. The name Gavin Smith sounds familiar. It's probably because he was a starting linebacker. The Georgetown Eagles wore number 34 on the football field. I think his favorite thing was destroying offensive players because he did it well at the linebacker position for Georgetown. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball hit to first. Passarelli will field it. Step on first, 3 unassisted for the out. But Gavin Smith will move up 90 feet to third base with 2 outs now here in the inning. And that'll bring us to the top of the lineup to Cooper Thomas. Cooper 1 for 2 in the ball game, singled. Stole second base before giving way to the courtesy runner Tillman Brown, who scored the only run of the ball game on the RBI ground out by Braden Rogers back in the first. Lined out to left field in the second inning. Steps in here with a chance to push a run across with an RBI. He can send another base hit the way of the outfield. First pitch, high through the zone for ball one. 1-0 the count. Walker comes set. The 1-0 pitch to Thomas. Swing and a miss. Strike one. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. A runner at third base. A 1-out single by Gavin Smith. Advanced on a wild pitch to second. Moved up on a ground out by Gavin Kelly. Walker's 1-1 pitch. Sent down the first baseline, but curls out of play. And now Walker ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the center fielder, Cooper Thomas. Thomas back in for the right side. Walker comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Landon Walker coming into the inning. Had 68 pitches thrown through 3. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, low, ball 3. Full count here for Cooper Thomas. Full count here to the center fielder, Cooper Thomas, who went 3 1/3 innings on the mound for the Eagles. On deck, Jack Kiki, the shortstop. Walker comes set in the stretch. The payoff pitch. Grounded foul towards the third base dugout. So we'll reset and do it again with a full count here, 2 outs. The bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0. Georgetown pushed a run across in the bottom of the first. Scoreless since for both teams. Walker comes set in the stretch. Cooper ready to go. The payoff pitch. Fouled back out of play. Cooper continues to battle here. '85 pitches to this point for Landon Walker. This will be his 86th. On the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He took some speed off of that one and strikes out Cooper Thomas to end the bottom of the 4th for the Georgetown Eagles. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 4 complete innings, Prosper 0, Georgetown 1. Eagle baseball continues in a moment.
All the words have been spoken. Only music remains.
Son of a king, son of God. I'm a son of the king. I'm son of a son of a king. Son of God, a son of a king. I'm son of a. It's capital R. I'm praising the Father. My life in the top. Meet me at the altar. I'm a son of the king. Son of God, a son of a king. I'm son of a. I'm breaking the odds. I'm healing the skies. I'm giving my all. Glory to God. Can't see where I'm going. The road is too far. We are the light. Pierce in the dark. Forever life. That's what I be on. Compelled to surrender when I saw the cross. Call on my mind. Call on my heart. I put out my guard. Don't care what it costs. The temperature rises. Spirit is out in the world like a rising. On David Goliath. Giants are following every time. The lamb is a lion. So put down your weapons. But word up be guidance. But word up be guidance. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling like son of a king. Son of God. I'm a son of the king. I'm son of a, son of a, son of a son of a kind. Son of God. A son of a kind. A son of a, son of a, son of a. It's capital R. I'm praising the Father. My life in the top. Meet me at the altar. I'm a son of the kind. Son of God. A son of a kind.
Back live here at Eagle Field. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Andrew Cornell on for his first full inning of work in relief. Will face off against the 8-9-1 hitters, Kaminsky, Kelly, and Dutzman. From the windup, the first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Kaminsky. Braden Kaminsky, 0 for 1 in the ball game, or 0 for 0 in the ball game, was hit by a pitch. Back of the 3rd inning, but was cut down on a ground ball to Jalen Hunter at second. Forced out at second base on a fielder's choice. Steps in here to lead things off for Prosper in the top of the 5th. Kaminsky lays off and takes the pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Kaminsky back in for the right side. Cornell works from the third base side of the rubber. Out of the windup with the bases empty. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 to count. Cornell's first action of the season here in the young start. 4 games in. Georgetown started getting some good results off the mound from multiple pitchers. Able to take a look at everyone. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count now to the right fielder, Braden Kaminsky. Quinn Kelly on deck. Weston Dutzman, the shortstop, in the hole for the Prosper Eagles. But now a timeout called by the third base coach. We'll have a huddle down the third base line. We'll take it with them. Eagle Baseball returns in a moment. Short-lived visit there between the third base coach and Kaminsky, but now we're ready to go. It's Cornell from the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball down the first baseline, but it'll curl back out of play. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. She's not the best in the business for no reason. I throw curveballs all the time up here in the booth at my wife, Jerry Ann, our producer and extraordinaire. But we'll figure it out. It's early in the season. See, we got to get our system down. The 2-2 pitch from Cornell. Just low for ball 3. A full count now to Kaminsky. Leading things off here in the top of the 5th for the Prosper Eagles. Tomorrow, Prosper will be over at Lake Travis High School. They'll play the Lake Travis Cavaliers at 9 a.m. Payoff pitch inside in the strike zone. Called strike 3. Kaminsky rung up. Caught looking on that one for out number 1. First strikeout for Cornell. That'll bring up Quinn Kelly, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice, left stranded in the 3rd inning. Cornell from the windup, the first pitch to Quinn Kelly. Ground ball back up the middle. Gavin Kelly to his left, but unable to get to it. It's into center field for a base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Prosper Eagles. And back to the top of the lineup we go. For Prosper, number 21, Weston Dutzman. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to the shortstop back in the 3rd inning. Steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first base. Andrew Cornell will switch over to the stretch with a runner on base. The book on Cooper Thomas has been close. 3 1/3 innings, 59 pitches. No runs on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch in his 3 1/3 inning. And now a pinch runner for Prosper as Quinn Kelly will come out. We'll try to get a look at the number. $14 for 12. Nope. 22, maybe? Pearson Fouts, nope, can't be him. 42, Kess Davis, the junior, comes in to run for pinch run for Quinn Kelly. Cornell, throw to first base. Davis drives back in safely. So we'll see if Kess Davis stays into the ball game or just comes on to pinch run. And Quinn Kelly comes back out at third base. We'll watch that one. But 42 for 12, pinch running. Here with one out in the top of the fifth inning. Dutzman ready. Cornell comes set. The first pitch to Dutzman. Foul ball back out of play down the first baseline. 0-1 to count. Prosper plays at 9 a.m. and 11:30 tomorrow. Lake Travis High School is where they will be. They'll take on the Cavaliers at 9 and San Antonio Johnson Jaguars at 11:30 to finish up their Central Texas First Pitch Classic. The 0-1 pitch misses low and inside. Nice block there by Connor Young to keep Kess Davis down at first base. 1-1 the count now to Dutzman. Over at Round Rock High School tomorrow, Round Rock will take on the Amarillo Sandies at 9 a.m. and the Fort Bend Dulles at 11:30. A throw to first, and they're going to get Kess Davis in a rundown. Throw down to Kiki. He'll run it back to Curtin, apply the tag, and a pickoff. 1-3-6-3 on the pickoff of Kess Davis for out number 2. In case you're keeping a book at home. So a pickoff by Cornell for the second out of the inning. And a 1-1 count with 2 outs now to Dutzman. Other action tomorrow at day 3 of the Central Texas First Pitch Classic over at Cedar Ridge High School. We'll fill you in a minute, leave you on a cliffhanger. The 1-1 pitch from Cornell. Breaking pitch just misses high for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Cedar Ridge will play Flower Mound at 9. Flower Mound, San Antonio Churchill will battle at 11:30. And then Buda Johnson will take on the Cedar Ridge Raiders at 2 p.m. over at Cedar Ridge. The 2-1 pitch just misses inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count now with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the top of the fifth. Weston Dutzman, the shortstop, in the bat for the second time of the ball game. Cornell from the windup. The 3-1 pitch. High for ball 4 and a 2-out base runner on the base on balls. First walk issued by Cornell. And that'll bring up Cannon Webb, the second baseman. Cannon Webb, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out in the first. Singled and left stranded in the third inning. We'll step in here from the right side with 2 outs and a runner at first. Over at Cedar Park High School tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Cedar Park will take on the Permian Panthers. Permian will turn around and take on LD Bell at 11:30. And then Cedar Park will play LD Bell at 2 o'clock to finish up the Classic over at Cedar Park. Throw over to first base as Dutzman dives back in safely. Eastview High School tomorrow. Eastview will take on Lubbock Cooper at 9 a.m. and Lubbock Cooper will take on Midway at 11:30. No games at Liberty Hill High School tomorrow or at McNeil High School. And then Saturday at Lake Belton, there'll be some good games. Lake Belton will take on the Heath Hawks at 9. Heath will take on the Liberty Hill Panthers at 11:30. The first pitch to Webb. High for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Cannon Webb. Lake Belton and Liberty Hill will battle at 2 o'clock to finish up the Lake Belton site of the First Pitch Classic. And then at Stony Point, the final 2 games. At Stony Point playing Midland at 9. And then the Legacy Ranch Wranglers will take on San Antonio Brandeis, the Broncos, at 11:30. Webb fouls the 1-0 pitch back to the backstop for strike 1. 1-1 the count. So a lot of good action tomorrow across the area. Some schools get off and take off after tonight, their last game today. And a lot of schools that are closer will stay around. Amarillo playing their final game at 9. They'll get on the road to head back to the wonderful city in the panhandle of Amarillo, Texas. You're welcome, dear. 1-0 the count to Cannon Webb. Throw over to first base. Dutzman dives back in safely there, trying to work it. My wife did not hesitate. She asked Coach Durrell, can we get Amarillo to Georgetown High School next year to play Georgetown, her alma mater? And Coach said he would work on that absolutely for her. So we'll see if we get to Sandy's next year. The 1-1 pitch. Foul tip into the glove of Connor Young for strike 2. 1-2 the count. The Heath Hawks, I can almost imagine, will be back here. Shannon Roden and Tristan Roden, their team, come to broadcast all the games of the Heath Hawks each and every year. Good friends of ours. Sure, they'll be back to host the Georgetown site with us. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cannon Webb. Big lead here for Dutzman. And a throw over, dives back in safely. Curtin with a good scoop to keep that one from getting by. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 hour and 15 minutes is the time limit. We are at the 1 hour and 40-minute mark as it sits here for tonight's ball game in the top of the 5th inning. Cornell comes set in the stretch. The 1-2 pitch to Webb. Just misses up and away for ball 2. 2-2 now the count with the catcher Gustavo Nunez on deck for the Prosper Eagles. Webb ready to go. Cornell comes set, a look at first. Another throw over. Dutzman dives back in safely. Next week, Smithson Valley, the San Antonio Comal Classic, Georgetown in Pool D. With Cibolo Still, San Antonio Marshall, Marion, and Cherryland Pioneer. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball on the left side of the infield. Kiki at the shortstop, drifts back and now charges in. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. As entertaining as it was, P6 in the book to retire Webb and the Eagles of Prosper here in the top of the 5th. No runs. On to 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 4.5 innings, Prosper 0, Georgetown 1. Eagle Baseball returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Turn me up, I'm about to slide on 'em. Jesus, peace around my neck, thought you was safe. Heard you want the crown and come and try to keep the pace. Hanging out the window, skirming, that'll be the day. They ask me where I've been, I said, look, boy, I run a race. I run a race and kept the faith. And His mercy follow me, no, I don't need a chase. Hanging out the window, skirming, that'll be the day. They ask me where I've been, I said, look, boy, I run a race. Ain't have a deal, ain't had to force it. Can't believe the boy and not a boy got their endorsements. Put me down so long, I went and built me up a fortress. Now when I tell them about the vision, they of course in. Different styles, different colors and assortments. Flow so foreign that they look like they imported. I started out the closet, now the following enormous. So if I ever sign a deal, I need the biggest portion. Oh, brother man, I'll cut a man. Tie one up and I'll be swinging with the other hand. Think I work too hard on it, now this a subtle jam. Try to put me in a box, but I got other plans. Try to take me at the spot, you gotta be the brand. Heard you hating on the past, I know you been a fan. Ain't no competition, now there ain't no shaking hands. But if I said it, then I meant it, sticking to the plan. Jesus, peace around my neck, thought you was safe. Heard you want the crown and come and try to keep the pace. Hanging out the window, skirming, that'll be the day. They asked me where I've been, I said, little boy, I run a race. I run a race and kept the faith. And His mercy follow me, no, I don't need a chase. Hanging out the window, skirming, that'll be the day. They asked me where I've been, I said, little boy, I run a race.
Back for the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch from the new pitcher, Passarelli, is in there for a cold strike to Jack Kiki, who leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th for Georgetown. 0-1 to count. Passarelli moves from first base to the mound. Nunez moves from behind the plate to first base. The 0-1 pitch to Jack Kiki. Swing and a miss on an off-speed breaking pitch. 0-2 the count. Kiki, Young, and Rogers due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Trying to find out who our catcher is. The gear covering up is single digit. We believe it may be number 7, A.J. Sanabria. The 0-2 pitch, foul tip into the glove of the catcher for strike 3. And Kiki down on strikes for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Connor Young, the catcher. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Kiki now 1 for 2 in the ball game after that strikeout. First strikeout for Passarelli. So 4 innings pitched for Landon Walker. And Connor Young sends it into the left center field gap. That's going to get past the left fielder all the way to the wall. Connor Young around first. He'll circle second, headed to third. Here comes the throw into third, and it's going to be a triple for Connor Young with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. The junior catcher sends it to the left center field gap, just to the left of the 285 sign at the light pole. And now Braden Rogers a chance to drive one in here in the bottom of the fifth. Connor Young, his first hit of the ball game. A big triple. He's getting accustomed to those. So he sends his second triple of the series. And now the shortstop, Dutzman, back to his modified shift position. The infield in for Prosper. As Braden Rogers will step in. Braden 1 for 2 in the ball game. An RBI ground out in the first, a single in the third. Steps in here with one out and a runner at third. First pitch, low and inside for ball one. Connor Young wasted no time driving the first pitch to left center field for the triple. Did the same thing in the bottom of the seventh. Game number 1 yesterday against the Heath Hawks. So walk it off. The 3-run triple. The 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. 2-0 the count on deck. Cade Erickson, the center fielder. Fifth hit of the night for Georgetown. First allowed by Passarelli. Passarelli comes set in the stretch. The 2-0 pitch. Rogers sends it foul down the first baseline. 2-1 the count. So Nunez at first base. Passarelli leaves first and is on the mound here in the fifth inning. In relief of Landon Walker for Prosper. The 2-1 pitch to Rogers. Squares the bunt. Bunts it down the first baseline. Here comes Connor Young. He's got to score. Braden Rogers, 2 RBIs. Doing his job in the DH position tonight is the senior. And the Eagles lead it 2-0. Here in the bottom of the fifth. What a job by Braden Rogers. 1-3 on the putout to retire Rogers on the RBI sack bunt. With the bases empty and 2 outs. That'll bring up Cade Erickson, the center fielder. Correction, the left fielder for the Eagles. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Struck out in the first, walked and left stranded in the third. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count. And the chanting begins. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball sent into left field. Schleifer Bell runs in and makes a dramatic sliding catch for out number 3. F7 in the book to retire Cade Erickson and the Eagles here in the bottom of the fifth. But not before Georgetown picks up another run. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left on base. After 5 complete, Georgetown leads it 2-0 over the Prosper Eagles. More Eagle baseball when we come back. Stay with us.
Yeah. Put in pockets failed prophets, can't watch it. Tell Carver, pencil pusher, stay talking. Can you tell me the first person to weigh options? Do I need to be vocal or do I stay solid? Trying to keep it alive if I'ma stay honest. Feeding off of the spit and not debate topics. If I said it a minute, my time tick-tocking. Better look at the clock, I know your time coming wild. Killing me now, run me around, into my vicinity. You looking like a brother, wanna get a lesson of style. Me, I'm making my decision for the piece of the crown. When they try to put me up, always pulling me down. Spin a little rudder, just throw me off for the sound. I've been at it for a while, coming easier now. Ain't gotta worry about applause, I can do it out. Strength to power, blessings hours, give you flowers. Never know the time or hour. Death is sour, milk spilled, cloud the cowards. Rotten power, leaving it to be devoured. That's the uppers down, and you can scream louder. No one talking cheap, they want a grain of towers. Get a bigger head so you can puff up prouder. I'ma keep my peace and rest on my voucher. Ay. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space. Nah, I've been keeping my pace. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space. Nah, I've been keeping my pace. I've been trying to develop my style. Heard the Haitian things pop ears and gone rounds. Those sounds and no heads started coming around. Co-signed the co-air, the co-open accounts. To bounce the town, wicked found to break ground. It's like the dividends depend on young mouths to spit trauma and false models. The game's down. Taking the young rapper to gray mouse. So I can be around the soul. What they reap in the game, wanna keep my soul. If you seen what I seen, then the scene is old. You gotta pump fake streams to get the gold. I knew that so. Better I'ma break the mold. While they fishing for attention, I'ma ride the boat. Deep in, deep down, I'ma make it known. I'm rising up for a change, I'ma take us home. We got to go, following the narrow road, it's lock and load. I'ma let the spirit go and stop the go. Talk to I'm pawn unknown, ain't a king without a kingdom, and I know I'm whoa. And to the ones who been blaming, and to the ones who been hating, and to the ones who been claiming Christ and standing right, know they can never take your life. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space. Yeah, I've been keeping my pace. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space. Yeah, I've been keeping my pace. Peace is east, thankfully. Nowadays, everybody want a bit of the beef. Drop a diss after diss.
Back we come to Eagle Field at Georgetown High School, and we go to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Nunez, Fouts, and Passarelli due up here for the Prosper Eagles, and they will take the at-bats against the new pitcher for the Eagles. It's the CSCT. Call to the bullpen. Construction specialist of Central Texas welcomes Josue Hernandez, the junior right-hander, to the mound. First pitch misses inside for ball 1 to the first baseman, Gustavo Nunez. He is 0 for 2 of the ball game. Flew out to center field in the first, grounded out to second in the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch from Hernandez. Fouled off back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Nunez now at first base. The catcher that came in defensively for the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th inning was number 7, A.J. Sanabria, the senior. As Nunez moved to first and Passarelli moved to the mound. The 1-1 pitch from Josue. Chops just short of home plate to the backstop for ball 2, 2-1. To the first baseman, Gustavo Nunez. Bats from the left side, throws right, bats left. As Nunez back in from the left side, Josue comes set, working out of the stretch. The 2-1 pitch, fly ball hit out into center field. Cooper Thomas to his left, gets back quickly, settles under it, and makes the catch for out number 1. F8 the book to retire Nunez. That'll bring up the DH, number 22, Pearson Fouts. Fouts will step in, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out, swinging in the 2nd inning, walked and stole second, was left stranded in the 4th inning. And he'll step in here with 1 out, and the base is empty. No runs, 2 hits, 1 out for the Prosper Eagles coming into this top of the 6th. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Georgetown Eagles. Josue comes set. Hernandez's first pitch. The big breaking pitch stays high through the zone for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Home plate umpire is going to say Fouts was able to check his swing. So no go there. 2-0 the count. To the first baseman, Gustavo Nunez. Josue comes set in the stretch. The 2-0 pitch. High and away, ball 3. 3-0 the count now. To Nunez. Hernandez set. The 3-0 pitch. Outside corner. Misses for ball 4. And a 1-out walk. First walk issued by Josue. Just the 4th walk of the ball game for Prosper. And that'll bring up Grayson Passarelli, the pitcher. Passarelli is 0 for 1 of the ball game. Walked in the 2nd inning, flew out to center in the 4th, and he'll step into the batter's box when we come back from this visit to the mound. Eagle baseball will continue.
Yeah. I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking Bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hey, we'll always elevate.
Short visit to the mound, and now Josue ready to face off against the pitcher, Grayson Passarelli. Throw over to first base. Fouts dives back in safely there at first, held on by Curtin. Eagles defense settled in. First pitch here on the outside corner for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count to Passarelli. After Cornell came in, the Eagle defense, the shifts were made, and they stay put now. With Erickson in left, Thomas in center, King in right. The 0-1 pitch to Passarelli. Just misses for ball one. Colton Green at third, Kiki at short, Gavin Kelly at second, Brayton Curtin at first, Connor Young behind the plate, Josue Hernandez, the junior right-hander, the third pitcher of the night for Georgetown. Throw down back behind Fouts, and he dives back in safely. The pitch was the ball, 2-1 to count now to Passarelli. On deck, Schleifer Bell, the left fielder, for Prosper here in the top of the sixth inning. Throw over to first base. Fouts dives back in safely there. 2-1 to count. Passarelli back in from the left or the right side. Josue comes set, the 2-1. Fly ball right side of the infield. Curtin will give chase, but this one is going to curl out of play into the first base bullpen area. 2-2 now the count to Grayson Passarelli. Now 19 minutes unofficially left in this ball game. We're at the hour and 56-minute mark. Sway comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit out to short. Kiki to Kelly for one, to first. Not in time as Passarelli gets down the line to break up the double play. So Passarelli out at first base for a fielder's choice. But a 6-4 on the putout to retire Fouts, headed to second base for out number 2. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, Braden Schleifer Bell, the left fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on the fielder's choice in the second, was left stranded. Flew out to right field back in the fourth inning. The first pitch from Josue. Foul ball back out of play down the first baseline. 0-1 to count. Ball hit the left field. A shot on his horse is Erickson. It's off the wall. Erickson up with it quickly. He'll get it in. And now it'll be a 2-out double for Braden Schleifer Bell. Puts runners at second and third now with 2 outs here in the top of the sixth inning. Passarelli moved around to third on the double off the wall. Schleifer Bell motors into second with a stand-up double. Just the 4th hit of the ball game for the Prosper Eagles. Colton Morris steps in, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out back in the second, grounded out to third in the 4th inning. Hernandez from the stretch, the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 to Mora, the center fielder. 0-1 to count. Cornell went an inning in 2/3 through 25 pitches, allowed 1 hit, struck out 1, walked 1. In relief for the Georgetown Eagles. Hernandez now on in his first inning of work. The 0-1 pitch. Hops in there, up high to the net, and over the clamshell. And now will allow a run to score. No. Go back to. I'm going to say, there is no way Schleifer Bell gets 2 bags on a wild pitch that goes up over. It hit and hopped up the net and spun over the clamshell. So that will score Passarelli from third on the wild pitch and advance Schleifer Bell to third base. And now 1 run in for Prosper. They've cut the lead in half, 2-1. 1-1 to count to Colton Mora. 1-1 pitch coming from Hernandez. Pop fly back out of play. 1-2 the count to Colton Mora. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third base. Here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Down in the turf. Colton Young is going to get it and tag the runner out. What a play! Connor Young keeps the pitch in front of him that was down in the turf. It scoots up down the third base line. He chases it down and lays out and tags Schleifer Bell out trying to steal home, and the Eagles get out of the inning. 1 run on no hit, 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, no runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1. Georgetown leads it over Prosper. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trend. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus T. They testing my character. Compared to every white boy in America. I'm doing it different, attacking the limits, won't fit the criteria. Hearing hysteria, saying American. Hang around you and your crew's embarrassing. Take that sneak post down, flexing on me is hilarious. Don't take it from me, I put it in work. Listen to see where I've been. I am the foretelling by the masses.
Back live, we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Colton Green, Braden Curtin, and Clayton King coming up. The new pitcher, brought to you by CSCT of Central Texas. Construction specialist of Central Texas. First pitch by number 5, Christian Hubel. The senior right-hander is in there for a called strike to Colton Green, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Colton Green sends the 0-1 pitch straight into center field, but Mora laid out for it, diving forward, but unable to glove it. It squirts out of his glove. And let's see what they rule that one. They're going to give that a base hit. So he had to lay out to try to make that catch, unable to do so. Colton Green picks up his first hit of the ball game. First hit allowed by Hubel. 6th of the ball game for Georgetown. And in steps number 10, Braden Curtin. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Flew out to left in the 4th inning. A wild pitch will allow Colton Green to get up to second base. Ball 1 to Braden Curtin. Wild pitch here in the bottom of the 6th by Hubel. On deck. Looks to be another pinch hitter for the Eagles. Looks like number 12, Caleb McDougal, in the on-deck circle to pinch hit in the 8th spot. Hubel comes set. Curtin squares the bunt. Hubel will turn towards second, no throw. Passarelli comes out of the ball game in his 1 inning of relief. He threw 18 pitches, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 1. He's currently out. Nunez stays at first. Curtin squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes it for a called strike 1. 1-1 to count. It's Colton Green, a leadoff single to center field. And I was wrong. I just read it, looking on Max Preps. Prosper is a 6A school, so Georgetown at this point has played 6A schools in every game. Curtin squares early, the 1-1 pitch. He'll bunt it, but foul off of himself in the batter's box. 1-2 the count to Braden Curtin. 6A, Region 1, District 6. Prosper with Plano East, Rock Hill, McKinney Boyd, McKinney, Plano, Allen, Plano West, Princeton. All other 32 schools in that district, it seems like. A big baseball district there in 6A District 6. 9 teams. So Georgetown has played Rockwall Heath, Permian, San Antonio Johnson, and a base hit. Braden Curtin into center field. Colton Green is going to be waved around third. He's headed home, cut at the plate to throw it home. Not in time! Colton Green! Oh, baby! He motors around, got the sign from Coach Payne, and slides in safely. An RBI base hit for Braden Curtin, and Georgetown leads it 3-1. Beautiful at-bat there from your first baseman, Braden Curtin. An RBI single. Scores Colton Green from second on a play at the plate. And here comes the sub. Caleb McDougal will sub in here. He will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Eagles. The junior right-handed hitter steps in with no outs and a runner at first. First pitch to McDougal down in the dirt. Also known as turf here in Georgetown. The infield fully turfed, the grass outfield. 323 down the lines, 385 to the power alleys in left and right center field. Hubel comes set, the 1-0 pitch to McDougal. Nope, throw to first. And Curtin dives back in safely there. So 1 run on the second hit of the inning allowed by Hubel. The Eagles lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-0 pitch, Curtin running, fouled off. Down the first base line, off the screen and out of play. 1-1 the count to McDougal. Gavin Smith pinch hit in the 8th slot back in the 4th inning. And a base hit was left stranded at third. McDougal now pinch hits in the 8th slot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McDougal 2 for 3 in the earlier game today with a couple of RBIs. The 1-1 pitch outside, ball 2, 2-1 to count now. McDougal, Gavin Smith, Cade Erickson. 3 Georgetown Eagle football players. All contributors here on the varsity baseball team as well at Georgetown. The 2-1, throw over to first base. Curtin dives back in safely. Head of the tag from Gustavo Nunez. Christian Hubel, the senior right-hander, on in relief here in the 6th for the Prosper Eagles. The 2-1 pitch, Curtin running. High pitch for a ball, the throw down. And Braden Curtin still second base. Now a runner in scoring position with no outs on a 2-1 count, 3-1 count now to Caleb McDougal. Gavin Kelly, the number 9 hitter, on deck for Georgetown here in the bottom of the 6th. Hubel comes set in the stretch. The 3-1 pitch, low, ball 4. McDougal draws a walk, runners on first and second. The first walk issued by Hubel. No activity down the first baseline in the Prosper bullpen. And Gavin Kelly will step in. Gavin 0 for 1 in the ball game. Walked in the second inning, was left stranded at first, then grounded out. 3 unassisted back in the 4th inning. Steps in here with no outs and runners on first and second. Third baseman stays back deep. Gavin Kelly squares the bunt, takes it on the outside corner for a called strike 1. On deck, Cooper Thomas, the top of the Eagle lineup. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hubel comes set in the stretch. This one, a wild pitch, gets away. Both runners will advance on the second wild pitch of the inning by Hubel. And now 2 runners in scoring position. And a visit from the Prosper dugout. We'll take the quick timeout. Eagle Baseball returns in a moment. Stay with us. At Eagle Field, the visit over from the, I'm sorry, I was getting down to the music up in the booth. But the mound visit is over, and Hubel back on the mound. Runners on second and third, 1-1 to count to Gavin Kelly. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th for your Georgetown Eagles. Infield in at first, second, and short. Kelly pulls it back and takes it low for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Cooper Thomas on deck. Eagles trying to get some separation here. In the bottom of the 6th, 1 run across, and now runners at second and third with no outs. Hubel comes set, the 2-1 pitch. 3-1 as it misses low and in the left-handed batter's box. And now a big pitch here for Christian Hubel. Now activity quickly gets going down the first baseline in the Prosper bullpen. The 3-1 pitch. Gavin Kelly sends a shallow fly ball to center field. Mora on the run, makes the catch. Tag at third. Here comes Curtin. The throw is off mark, and that's an RBI sac fly for Gavin Kelly to score the 4th run of the ball game for the Eagles. Gavin Kelly doing his job there. F8 to record the out.
Up the bat for Georgetown, number 6, Cooper.
But an RBI sac fly scores Curtin for the 4th run of the ball game. Eagles lead by 3. McDougal unable to advance to third as it was cut off by Nunez at the mound. And in steps Cooper Thomas with 1 out and a runner at second base. 9:11 p.m., 4 minutes remaining before the drop dead. Hubel, the first pitch to Cooper Thomas. Hit down the left field line. It's fair. Extra bases. McDougal will cruise in to score. Cooper Thomas will cruise into second base with an RBI double. And the Eagles lead it 5-1. Cooper Thomas, his second hit of the night, 2 for 4 of the night, an RBI double. Makes it a 4-run lead. And that'll bring up Jack Kelly with 1 out. Jack Kelly, Jack Kiki. I'll get it right eventually. Jack Kiki steps in. With 1 out and a runner at second base. What a job there by Cooper Thomas on the first pitch he saw from Hubel. Kiki steps in. Cooper Thomas dancing around at second base. Kiki is swinging a miss on an off-speed pitch from Hubel. 0-1 to count. Kiki 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Was hit by a pitch and left stranded in the first. Singled and left stranded in the third. Struck out swinging in the 5th inning. Jack steps in here with an 0-1 count. 1 out, a runner at second. Hubel from the stretch. Cooper Thomas back standing. One thing Cooper Thomas, he's so fast. He loves to move around on the base pass, draw the attention of the pitcher, and Hubel on the second potential pitch to Jack Kiki has to throw down to keep Cooper Thomas close. The 0-1 pitch, Cooper Thomas off and running, up and in, the throw down, not in time, but a great effort there by the third baseman, Quinn Kelly, to keep that one from going to left field and Cooper Thomas scoring. A stolen base for Cooper, 2-1 to count to Jack Kiki, or 1-1 to count to Jack Kiki. Hubel comes set. The 1-1 pitch to Jack. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 9:13 on the official clock. The 1-2 pitch. Jack, fly ball into center field. This should be deep enough to score Cooper Thomas. Mora will settle under it, make the catch, and Cooper will tag and cruise in to third base for the 6th run of the ball game. Jack Kiki, the beautiful sac fly RBI. F8 the book for the out.
Up the bat for Georgetown, number 8, Connor Young.
Cooper Thomas cruises in for the 6th run of the ball game. And in steps Connor Young. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. A sac bunt in the first inning. Flew out to center in the third. A triple and a run scored in the 5th inning. Steps in here with 2 outs and the base is empty. Just waiting for the umpire to call ball game. The first pitch to Connor. Swinging, fly ball down the left field line. Quinn Kelly will give chase into foul territory and can't get to it. What an effort there by the third baseman, Quinn Kelly, as he's halfway out to left field. Just couldn't track it down over the shoulder. So a long strike. Connor Young behind in the count, 0-1. Not watching the clock, but when it flips over one more minute, this one should be ball game. 0-1 the count to Connor Young. Hubel out of the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Up and away. Ball one. 1-1 the count. One and one pitch. Misses up and away. Ball two. 2-1 the count now to Connor Young. I thought we started on time. I don't know. I thought we didn't. It flipped 9:15. We're close. Ball hit out to second base. Webb up with it. Throws to first in time to record the third out of the ball game. The third out of the inning. And Georgetown will take the field, leading it 6-1 after 6 complete innings. We'll see. The home plate umpire, I think he's calling the ball game. He's picked up the baseballs. It is. That is ball game. He let the inning in. Georgetown has won it 6-1 over the Prosper Eagles. Georgetown moves to 4-0 with the victory tonight over the Prosper Eagles. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll head down to the field and visit with Coach Durrell and our player of the game. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. We're back live here at Eagle Field. The Eagles victorious, moved to 4-0 with a 6-1 win over the Prosper Eagles. Coach, these visits are getting frequent. I'm loving it here. We're 4-0 to start this tournament. A big win over a good Prosper Eagle team. Talk about this battle tonight against the Prosper Eagle team to move to 4-0.
Man, I've got the best coaching staff, man, in Texas, man. Coach Payne calling a great game tonight, man. Our players, man, are freaking tough, man. They're resilient, and they love playing the game, man. It was a great night.
We continue to talk about productivity in this lineup, up and down, on the mound. Any arm we go to, seeing good things out of all these pitchers. How awesome is that for this team early in the season to start building that confidence in each other, but in the trusting that process that you coaches have put out for them?
No, absolutely, man. We knew we had depth, but we had some question marks on some guys that were young that hadn't shown a whole lot on the varsity level, and those guys are getting an opportunity and stepping up and making the most of their opportunities right now.
4-0, how does that feel for your first 4 games of the season as the head coach?
Man, it feels amazing, man. These kids play hard, man. These kids want it more than us coaches do right now, so it's awesome how hard they work.
4-0, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, take on the Friendship Tigers. And now the Leaning Tower of baseball caps with Braden Rogers. Braden, you talk about it. This team continues to show out different levels, different ways to win these ball games and to make things work. But a night tonight, 2 times you get an RBI without a base hit, doing the job to manufacture the runs. Talk about that and how much fun you're having. Key role in the 4-hole slot, no matter if it's behind the plate at first base or DH. And how much fun you having in this one?
It's really fun. When Coach Payne called that squeeze, I was really confident I was going to get it down. I knew Connor was going to score home. And when I got to 2 strikes on the first at-bat, I knew I had to do my job, like always.
You guys are winning games in different ways, from coming from behind, beating a team maybe in a Heath Hawk team that we may not have deserved to win the game. But this team doesn't. It seems like they don't have. You guys don't have the quit gene. You don't give up on each other. You don't give up on the game at any point. Tonight, jumping on Prosper early and then building it late to get the win. How much fun is that? And how much are you guys really in this tournament now at 4-0 going into Saturday, starting to buy into everybody's crucial in every position on this team?
We have so much depth. It's insane. It's the best depth I've ever had on a team. We're very competitive. We know how to get the job done, and we know we can come back like Heath.
2 games tomorrow to close out the First Pitch Classic before going on the road. How much fun in your senior season is something like this, to start like this?
It's great. It's a great feeling. We're gonna enjoy this.
Any shout-outs before I let you get out of here?
My parents, my team, my dad.
It's Braden Rogers, our player of the game, the big DH, a couple RBIs to lead it for the Georgetown Eagles tonight. They win at 6-1 to go to 4-0 on the season. We'll be back live here at Eagle Field tomorrow morning, 8:45 live on the SHN Sports YouTube channel, 9 o'clock first pitch. Come join us. So we take on the Friendship Tigers and the Fort Bend Clements Rangers tomorrow here in the First Pitch Classic. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Eagles win it 6-1. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening. And remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night.